What's up? Hey guys, it's Ivan, and in this video, I wanted to share with you a few sites and a few places where you could go to gather some ideas if you want to sell your t-shirts. So you can use Teespring, but there's also other websites. So whatever website you're using to sell t-shirts, this video will still benefit you. So supposing you already have an idea or you're stuck and you're looking for ideas, these are kind of the 7 places I will show you that you could go to see what other people are doing and kind of see what's trending so you could get an idea and maybe build something, maybe build a hybrid or just make something yourself. So the first one is Facebook, and on your newsfeed you should see kind of this little place that says trending. So as you click on see more, you can see a bit more choices and then click and see kind of what the event is. So for example, here Trudeau visits Italy, a city hit by an earthquake. So you can see how much kind of engagement there is with this piece of news. So this one, not so much, only 56 kind of likes, loves, and faces, etc., etc., 31 comments. This one, for example, we wrapped up a busy G7 summit focused on promoting economic growth that benefited the middle class. That benefits the middle class. This one has a lot more, right? 602 comments, 282 shares. So this could be an idea for you. You could do a bit more research on this and see if maybe there is a t-shirt you could sell that goes along with this, right? That goes along with this event. Now, if you're going to do this, make sure to do it now because it's trending right now while it's hot. This was done yesterday at 3:25 p.m. Don't wait a year to do this. This will go away, okay? So just an idea that you can do. There could also be things like something that is coming up. So maybe Apple releases new phone or something like that, and maybe you would make a t-shirt saying, hey, can't wait for new phone, right? Or whatever it is you want to kind of include there, make it funny, make it clever. But here's basically some news that you can click on and you can see, and you can get some ideas from here, right? So news, current events. Same thing with Google. If you go to trends.google.com/trends, you can get some ideas here as well. And you can see the demand, for example. So Washington Nationals, San Diego Padres, Max Scherzer, Steven Stroud. There's, as you can see, there's a little spike in the demand, right? So that's search interest, right? So search interest went up. So quite a few every day, right? So that's how many newspaper articles there are, and then search interest, so 100 searches per day, I guess, right? So 100 people typing in Red Sox every day, so that's what, 103,000 a month, right? So you can just get some ideas here, and here's other things, right? 3 hours ago, 6 hours ago, take a look at this. For example, this one, Strasburg strikes out 15 as National Blank Padres 3-0, right? So take a look at the engagement. So this one doesn't have much engagement. If it had something like 1,000 Facebook shares, 1,000 Google shares, etc., maybe that's something you can make a T-shirt for, right, and then sell it, right? If it was bigger news or something people were more interested in. But that's basically where you would get your ideas. So the other 6 places I have for you are basically just T-shirt building places. For example, tv.org, that's the one I used in my previous video to show you the shirt designs that were incredibly simple. So you can use this as well. So if you already have an idea, for example, again, let's say dogs, right? Because everyone loves dogs. You can click search and you can say the latest added. You can say best selling by ratio, the active shirts that are selling right now, or only goal reach, only shirts that have the goal reach. You can show, right? So these are the best selling shirts. So this one sold 290. This one sold 2,800. This one sold 193. So take a look, see what people like, right? The hardest part, as we've discussed in the previous video, is not actually making the design. It's actually finding your audience, okay? So use this as a way to get some ideas and kind of see what works, see what people like, right? So scroll down, keep calm and adopt a shelter dog. Not as many sales as for something else, but look at this one. I mean, this one just has a paw. That is crazy, right? Oh, and then the word rescue, but that's not difficult to do at all. I mean, I could have included this in last video. Again, if you haven't seen it, I went over 10 shirts that sold incredibly well, that were incredibly easy and simple to do. But get ideas, right? So you would do the same thing on teespring.com. So you would say dogs or dog shirt, and there, right? So crazy dog lady. Now, some of these sites, they don't show you how many were sold. So this one doesn't always say. Until the user actually checkmark that option that says yes, show how many were sold. So this one, Crazy Dog Lady, really simple to do. I'm just trying to look at the design. This could probably have been just an image that this person pulled off, and they just wrote Crazy Dog Lady, right? So again, really simple to do. 21 were sold, but this is how you would get your ideas. And again, scroll down the list, see what else is available. You can look at hoodies, right? Sweatshirts, hoodies, tank tops, hats, etc., etc. Sunfrog.com, same thing. We said dog shirts. Type that in. You can go to categories as well. So let's see what these guys have to say. Yeah, so same thing, right? I kissed the dog and I liked it. So this is the same thing. Oh yeah, so this one we actually mentioned in the previous video. Let's look at something else. Here's a hot dog. This one had 573 shares, so still a lot. That's still a crap load of shares. Please cancel my subscription to your issues. That's hilarious, but that has nothing to do with dogs. But still about 2,000 shares, okay? So here's how you would get the ideas basically for dogs if that's what you're looking for. Just type in dogs at the top. Cafe Press, same thing. Now this one you may need to, let me see if dog shirts will work. That was a funny shirt, by the way. Control C, Control V, copy paste, basically copying what the dad has onto the son. If you caught that, let me see if I can go back. Yeah, that one. Control C, Control E. Anyway, yeah, so that's another idea, right? Not Control C, Control V, but hey, maybe I can make shirts that match for family members, for son, for father, for mother, for daughter, for brother, for sister, etc., right? Again, dog tees. So here are the shirts, right? Again, this one does not tell you how many were sold either. So, but that's fine. You can get ideas. So leave me alone. I'm only speaking to my dog today, right? You would just have to test it out and see if the shirt design works for you. The dog father. I think this one sold very well. Last time I checked, it may not show here, but I checked it from some other source, and I think it did pretty well. But yeah, so that's the other site you would use. Here's teescover.com. This one you can select. So let me say show 144 per page, and let me say dog shirts. And this should load. Let me see, let me delete the dog. Okay, so some of them relate, some of them don't. You'll have to play around with this. Yeah, so some of them, if God made anything better than dogs, he kept it for himself. So this one also tells you how many were sold. So you'll just kind of have to scroll down and keep going. So this one's still loading. It's a bit slower. But these are all the sources you can use, right? Because when people sell shirts, most of the time they don't go to every single kind of shirt making company. They just use one. So this allows you to go through all the possible shirts that are available using all these different sites, okay? Last but not least, or actually not last, there's tons of other options you can go to. These are just some examples. mydreamstore.in, this is an Indian-based store, but we can scroll down here and go to bestsellers, save you more. One thing I like about this as well is it does show you how many were sold. So you can filter by interest and again, sort by campaigns by, well, either best-selling by numbers or by ratio. By ratio, I think means how many either visited the page and how many actually bought, or what the goal was and how many how many people reached the t-shirt target above that goal that they set. So I just like to go by best selling by numbers. And then for example, right, so we can say this works sometimes it does not. So if I say dog shirt, let's see if that's going to show us anything. Well, you get the idea, right? While it's loading, you get the idea. You just basically look at the shirts here, and this one will tell you how many were sold. So this one, for example, all men are created equal, but the best are born in July, or kings are born in July. If you click on this one says 154 sold. So that's a lot, right? 800 rupees, I think. Maybe that's, I think you divide it by 60. Let me see, 800. I think that's about 14 bucks, maybe mistaken, I'm not sure, but 14 times 154, about 2,000 bucks, I think, right? Again, don't quote me on this. I'm not from India, so I'm not gonna know. Okay, so this one said it couldn't find anything. That's fine, but just check mark these. So for example, Mother's Day, You can check mark that, and it's going to show you some ideas. Like I said, this option works sometimes, sometimes it does not. So just play around with it, but here's also where you can get some ideas. Legends are born in July. This one I think sold incredibly well last time I checked. 828, a bit less than I thought, but still very well, right? So you can get ideas from here. You get the idea how to use this. So that's about it. I hope that was enough to kind of give you some insight as to what you can do if you already have an idea or you're looking for ideas and you want to see what's out there, what are people liking, who I can sell it to. When you're doing this, one thing you should keep in the back of your mind is, what is the target audience? Who would I be selling this to, right? Because that's the challenge. The challenge is really finding your audience and really nailing them down. It's not necessarily about making the prettiest design. It's about making a clever / funny / something interesting, trendy design and selling it to the right people. So that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you. I do appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Let me know what you thought, whether there's maybe any other really good sources you want to recommend, or you've used these ones and you want to offer some feedback, some comments. Let me know. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.